Whoa. 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 It's happening. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you guys are. I'll turn the music down in my end. It's a good song, though. It's called Tamagotchi. three words. Vivian Hunt, hello, welcome in. How are you today? Good to see you. Yeah, hello everyone. Happy Friday. Happy 1st of September, actually. Wow, goodness, I can't believe it's already September. Look at that. How are you? Good to see you. If you're new here, I'm Joyce Rainbow. I do cool looking ink painting, somewhat surrealist work. So I'm glad that you can join me. I'm trying to get better at doing intros for the new people. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's like some of these names are different transferring from YouTube. So, is it hailing? Oh, okay, so I usually don't have my window open when I stream. I usually have these blackout blinds, but the weather is super crazy right now. Actually, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm sorry if it's loud. Let me turn it down. Oh my god. Let me know if it's loud, because I'll keep turning the mic down. Oh my god. Okay, I'll just talk like this. It is really crazy outside, and there's nothing I can do about it. Anyways. I'm just like bracing myself with this weather. Okay. Anyways, this is so distracting. No, I turned my mic all the way down low, but if it was at this volume, I think it's usually at 8. What an intro. I'm trying to be all professional and it's like crazy outside. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, well, if it's too loud, let me know, because it's extremely loud on my end. Yeah, I know that the South has been having some hurricanes too, so I hope if you're in that area, you're safe. I know. Brittany, it's crazy over here. It's crazy. I'm like trying to talk, but it's so loud. Okay, if you can hear me, that's good. All right, well today, before we get into what I'm doing today, I do have a few announcements. First of all, I got a new lamp. So, I mean, the lighting is a little bit different because I do have the window open, but I do have a really cool looking lamp. Let me show you guys. But you're not streaming. I know, it just got like super loud once I started streaming. All right, well, you can even see the lamp in the reflection. But there is a craziness that's outside, but my lamp, it's like right there. It's a really cool looking lamp. Okay, I'll even do that. Whoa, looking into the void. But my, I had a ring light and it was too powerful for my outlet. So I had to get rid of it and get a new lamp, but I love it so much. I'll post a better picture in the Discord, which by the way, we do have commands now. So if you do command Discord. Boom, Nightbot. Nightbot. There you go. Nightbot will come to the rescue and show you where that link is. But I'll be adding more commands later next week, so that y'all can have easy access to certain links that you wanna share. Yes, please do. Please share your art in the Discord. Everyone's welcome. And I did somewhat of a recent overhaul with the Discord, so that all the submissions are in like a forum style. So that way, you can look at other people's pieces without them being buried behind chat. So I really like this new format. I did that to all the gallery submissions. So even if you post food, your culinary creations. Okay, I think the rain is like a tad less crazy right now, so that's good. All right, so yeah, things have changed quite a bit. But yeah, please do, because we love to see your art, and especially with I know September has some art prompts coming up, October has some art prompts coming up, and we would love to see your submissions if it's like inking or whatever. Speaking of inking, I did post my inking video last week. It's 13 ways to fix and prevent inking mistakes, and yeah, I had a lot of fun making that video, so that's up on my page now. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can add it to your watch later or watch it after the stream. But yeah, I put a lot of work into this one, and I try to find every single way that you can correct any inking mistakes that you have in like as many different ways as possible, and to prevent them too, because that's really important. So feel free to check that out. So that's there on my page if you haven't seen those videos yet, or if you haven't subscribed, feel free to do so as well. What else? Oh yeah, and then for those of you who are on my previous 2 streams, I completed this. If you were on my very last stream, you remember that I ran out of marker, so I did go to Blick and I got some more marker, and then I finished the background. So that's available if you go to my store, joycerainbowart.com. I didn't make a command for that yet. I do have it on a timer, but not a command. Oh, that's not a link. Boo. But yeah, there's a website. I'm doing pre-orders for this print right now. It's 11 by 14, and it's I have 10 slots available for the pre-order, and if you do pre-order, I will send you a sticker from my shop. Just let me know which one you want, and a personalized thank you note as well. So that pre-order ends next Friday, and then I will be shipping them out the Friday after that, which I believe is the 15th. My calendar's so far away. I think so, yeah. But pre-order ends next week, and then I'll be shipping them out the week after that. And then one more announcement too. This one's really fun. I was commissioned last month to oh, the rain just stopped completely. I'm so glad. That was really distracting. Anyways, I was commissioned last month by the Nevada Humanities a nonprofit where they promote books and like reading for people, and just to make a better sense of community for locals. And they were promoting this book called Chasing Giants, which is a book about the world's largest freshwater fish. And they commissioned me to do these monster fish stickers for them. It was kind of a last minute commission that a friend couldn't do, and so she passed it on to me, and I was like, I love drawing fish. So I did these 3 fish. This I believe is called a I don't want to say piranha. It's not a piranha, but I already forget. It starts with a P though. I forget. Piranha? Not a piranha. But this is an alligator gar, and then this is a sawfish. So I just got the stickers in today, and yeah, if you order from my shop, I'll throw them in there, because they gave me a bunch of stickers. Like, they gave me a lot of stickers, so I'll just toss these in as well. I'll set you guys up with a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, this guy's my favorite. But I love drawing fish. I love drawing anything aquatic and like fishy stuff like that. So this was a really, really fun project for me to work on Nevada Humanities, and it was to promote this book, Chasing Giants, which is like the world's largest freshwater fish. And I'm like, this is really cool. So I'm really happy about this. All right. Now, all right, now I can get started, and I'll get into what I'll be working on today. Maybe I'll close the window again. That is on the outside has stopped. Dude, not gonna lie, it was so loud. I felt like one of those weather reporters standing in the middle of a hurricane trying to be like, and it's so windy outside, and like with the raincoat. Like the rain is right in front of me. Dude, bonkers. I actually just got a, right before stream, I got a flash flood warning on my phone, you know, and your phone just goes, burr, burr. So that scared the crap out of me, and but I think we're fine. My husband said that the trash cans are floating down the street, which that tends to happen when it gets pretty bad. But at least like that's the worst of it in our neighborhood. Other parts of Vegas, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to see what's going on out there after stream. Okay, so today I will be working on, this is a more casual art stream today. I'm usually working on some bigger projects, but I just wanted to do something chill in the interim. This is just my sketchbook. This is my sketchbook where I just do these random little doodles, and I drew a pescal. I was playing Legend of Dragoon, so I'm just working on some inking techniques. So, oh my gosh, our backyard's a little flooded. Yeah, that was some really, really intense rain. But yeah, I was just gonna do some sketchbook work. I'm not gonna whip out the light pad or anything like that. But first of all, I did experiment with this. So I thought this was really cool. This is a rainbow that I made only using 3 colors. So when I went to Blick to pick up my marker, I found this pen. You know how they have these little trinkets and gadgets at before you check out at Blick, or even Michael's has a lot of those, and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna get one. So this is a CMYK pen, and it's, you know, it's this cheap little pen, so I'm like, okay, I don't expect much from it, but you can actually make a rainbow out of it, just out of 3 colors. And I think I made like a 8-color rainbow, which is pretty cool. 8 colors out of 3 colors. So I was like, you know what, why don't I do something fun with this for stream? And you know, I might just work on some little projects today to put together some shorts and stuff like that. So I'll be working on that, and then when I'm done, I want to draw the it's this meme of this cat spacing out, like this black cat spacing out, and it's been in a lot of TikTok videos and reels, and like I don't connect with a lot of memes, but that one connected with me. That one connected with me. I was like, I feel you, cat. So I thought it'd be really fun to draw and like make a little video out of that too. But yeah, today is like really casual and fun, and just experimenting with some stuff. Sienna, hello, welcome in. How are you today? Yeah, just going over the little projects I'll be working on, and just some short chill stuff. And you guys can tell me about your weekend plans. I know it's a long weekend for a lot of us. What do I have going on this weekend? Gonna meet up with some friends to draw tomorrow. Gonna trim the bushes in my front yard. That's about it. That's all I got going on. Rest. It's been a weird week, so time to rest. Okay, so for my rainbow piece, I was like, it would be really cool. I have my iPad here. It'd be really cool to do a chameleon. Because I was thinking all week, I was like, what am I gonna put this rainbow on? Alright, so I have my iPad here where I did some sketches. And here's my little references, and I was looking at chameleons. And I was like, you know what? I want to draw a very happy looking chameleon because they have very cute smiles. I love looking up animals to draw for references. But then I was doing some sketches and I'm like, whoa, they're so like creepy looking if I actually draw them. So yeah, I was just trying it out before I sketched it on paper. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna draw a grumpy chameleon. I think that would actually end up being a lot funnier if I did a grumpy rainbow chameleon instead of like creepy, creepy smile chameleon. So I'm gonna be doing that. I think it'll be really fun. But yeah, just in a little page in my sketchbook. Gotta make sure there's no like naked people in my sketchbook. We're watching Warrior currently. I was doing that. Sometimes I just like to sketch randomly while I'm drawing. Sketch the characters. Life drawing, sketches. Okay. Alright, we got our page set up. But yeah, how about you guys? What have you been up to? I was trying to give my life updates in the middle of a storm. It was so crazy. Good thing in my stream VODs, I now have it set to just have people skip the intro if they want to. And be like, okay, let's go right to the drawing, but yeah. I'm gonna get my phone set up. But yeah, last week when I streamed, that was when tropical storm Hillary hit, and it wasn't raining in our area. I know a lot of areas around kind of got flooded, but we did get like very gloomy weather for a good stretch of time, which is quite uncommon. Oh yeah, I need like I haven't drawn on stream with a pencil in a long time. Isn't that crazy? An eraser. Oh my gosh! Oh, did you get all four pulled out at the same time? That's... oh man. Well, at least you got it all in one go. My dentist said that I needed to have... I can move this light out of the way. Kind of weird, because the light's supposed to be down here, but that's like in the way of my face. So I have to figure out the best configuration. Whoa, that's better. Okay. But yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. That does hurt a lot. You can get this. Where's my webcam controls? So we can get the exposure right. A little bit more exposure. That might be okay. Did not want to do it because of their angle. Oh my gosh. You've never hated protein drinks more? Oh no. Is that what you're stuck with? Just a bunch of protein drinks? Yeah, I remember those days. I guess you can kind of see my... Yeah, I remember... Let's see, I got my wisdom teeth pulled out 7 years ago, and I did 2 and 2, I believe. And they do like a local anesthesia now. They don't do like Well, some dentists still do the whole, like, you get full-on anesthesia and then you can't drive home. They pretty much told me, like, okay, you can drive home, so I drove myself home. It was fine. I was like, all right. But yeah, I did ramen and it just felt weird for a while. I remember that. But I think after the first 5 days or so, it was fine. But the good thing about getting all 4 of them pulled out is that you just have to do that once. Oh, they put you to sleep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was awake during the whole time. They're like, no, we don't need to put you to sleep. It's fine. But now your wisdom teeth are gone and you're so much wiser. It was kind of nice, yeah, because you were sleeping. You were sleeping. You're not awake. Maybe this chameleon will be doing side eye. I'll do that. Look at his grumpy little face. This guy needs a longer tail. Yeah, that's true. I'm like, like, I don't know. My parents didn't want to do it. It wasn't that far from my house, which was fine. And it's like, they only numbed like a certain part of my face. It's usually better to just to get someone to drive you home anyways, but I'm just so used to just driving myself home after appointments. Oh, he's gonna have some wrinkles. Kind of like a little exercise for me to practice shape language too, because I like my drawings to be a little more expressive, so I have a little expressive chameleon. Gosh, I'm getting lost in this tail. Where does it end? I actually drew a chameleon on stream a few years ago, and I did it in watercolor, and I usually don't do things in watercolor. I'm terrible at it. No, watercolor is fun. I use it more for like my fun art medium, not so much my professional art medium, I guess. But I remember someone told me that if they grip too hard or something like that, that means that they're stressed out. I'm like, aw. But last time I was drawing a happy chameleon. This one's a grumpy chameleon, so I guess it would kind of make sense for this guy to be stressed out. But still, I think I'll make the grip a little bit loose. We don't want to stress him out too bad. He's just grumpy. There you go. All right, now that's enough pencils. I can start inking a bit. We'll do a little bit of ink work, and then we'll get to the fun rainbow colors. And some little spikes too. I think animals are so fun to draw. I'm practicing expressions, caricature, because animals tend to look more expressive than they actually are. And in April, so the last time I was in Texas, we went to the Fort Worth Zoo, and got to take pictures of some of the animals and sketch them. I do have that a video of that on my YouTube Shorts page. But it was really fun. Like it was really fun. I love seeing all the little expressions of the different animals and stuff like that. And just trying to pretend what they're thinking about or what they're saying to each other. I actually have it in this sketchbook. I'm like, why am I telling you guys to go somewhere else? It's literally right here. See if I could find it. Wolfie Animates, hello, welcome in, how are you? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I even do have a chameleon right here, or some type of lizard, and it's also angry looking. But yeah, there's a ninja turtle with a mustache, and then these emperor penguins or something with a happy eagle, some lemurs, and then the flamingos were so funny. Like they just kept walking back and forth like they were doing a little dance. And this angry looking gorilla. Oh yeah, the giraffes. We got to feed the giraffes too. They were really funny. And then the hippo. I was trying to look at the hippo, but his big old butt is in the way. So I'm like, I guess that's what I'm gonna draw because all I can see is hippo butt. But yeah, that was my all the little fish around it. That was my Fort Worth Zoo experiences. And I just love like see how the eagle looks happy and like grumpy and like silly. I love it. I love how animals have these expressions. Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm currently working on a chameleon that I'm going to color rainbow with only using 3 colors. And I tested it out on a sheet of paper, a receipt actually. That's what I was showing you guys. It was like, or just a car receipt. And I was like, okay, I want to do like a real drawing with this. So, and I'm kind of in between projects right now. It's kind of a little bit of downtime for me. So I was like, let's do something fun. Maybe make some, turn them into some shorts videos or something like that. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think drawing animals is a lot of fun. I have so many like weird shapes and folds. Just something here. Oh, you're drawing animals right now? Ooh, what kind of animal are you drawing? Let me guess, is it a wolf? I guessed right. Yeah, wolves are really fun to draw too. Yeah, you're always welcome to share your work in our Discord, where all creatives are welcome there. anyone wants to draw anything rainbow or draw along with me, some rainbows or chameleons or both. Other types of animals. I'm gonna give chameleon a little more of a belly. Okay, yeah, no worries. Well, whenever you do decide to get one, we're here for you. Oh shoot, I was gonna put this tail behind the branch. It's okay. Pretend we were gonna do that all along. Got a couple leaves for aesthetics. And normally with animals, I would add a little bit more textures, and especially since this chameleon has such interesting textures. But I want to keep it kind of flat since we're gonna color it in. And it's more about experimenting with the new material. So we're gonna keep it pretty simple. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll just shade in this branch and be like, I never made a mistake. See, that's definitely one way to hide inking mistakes, is to shade them in. It's valid. I'm doing it right now. Well, not right now, but before we get to coloring. God, I have to focus so hard whenever I'm drawing stuff like rib cages or spirals, because it's like, I don't know which is the negative space and the positive space. Does anyone else have that issue, or is it just me? Like, I know I go crazy. I'm like, I don't know where I am. Sometimes, well, I wouldn't say it was fingers, because there's only like 4 or 5 fingers to draw. But when there's like stuff next to each other, like a bunch of positive and negative space next to each other like that, it can get difficult. Okay, cool. Sometimes I'm like, am I the only one that suffers with that? Cool, it's not just me. Draw his grumpy little head next. Art is made with blood, sweat, and happy tears. Put the pain in painting. Nah, I'm just kidding. It hurts sometimes. It's a struggle sometimes to make art, for sure. But at the end of the day, it's pretty satisfying. I mean, just look at this guy. He agrees. Like, yes. I love giving like my expressive animals little funny noises too. Little baby chameleon, yeah. Try to add some weight to my underconfident lines. Look a little more confident. It's got that side eye. It's so grumpy. I love it. I think maybe I'll fill in the branch towards the end. I also might do like a little, I don't know, circular background or something to it. I don't know. It's going to be just something simple. Not to spend too much on the line art because this is just meant to be a very simple drawing. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Like, isn't that the worst? Like, sometimes I've been guilty of spending over an hour on a hand. I'm like, it's just a hand. I know hands are hard, but come on. Like, you shouldn't be spending that long. All right, time to plan out my colors. So, I'll be using 8 colors. We'll be dividing this up in 8, so I think the most logical way is to start from the middle. I want to give myself some guidelines here. Divide it up. Like so. It'll be a little uneven, but that's okay because nothing in nature is absolutely perfect or symmetrical. What color? I know. Ta-da! Joyce Rainbow Art delivers. No, we're not there yet. Welcome in, Buff Gardener. Hello, how are you? Buff Gardener is one of my YouTube buddies who does buff gardening. No, literally. Like, no, it's really cool. You've definitely inspired the YouTuber community to get back into gardening. I'm actually growing sprouts right now. I'll post pictures of it soon. Yeah, so that's like my little gardening project. Okay, so I think I have it divided out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. So I think I want to go red to purple. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do like, have it go like this way. I think that'll be fun. see if I can get my phone to record this at the same time. Whoa, multitasking. Don't you just love when you open your phone camera and it's like right up your nose? Like, whoa now, come on. Okay. Okay, so the pen I'll be using is a CMYK pen. So here's how this works. I can tell you the science behind this, sort of. So when you use printer inks, the ink in your printer typically is going to be made out of 4 colors, which is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. And with those 4 colors, you can make pretty much anything. And that's why you can make basically a rainbow just out of those 3 it's technically 3 colors. I didn't use black except for the outline. But yeah, you can make just about anything out of those. So I think that's pretty neat. Some like basic color theory there for you. Just a disclaimer, I'm using a guide. I'm not doing this for my brain. I'm not that smart yet. But there is a guide, but it's it shows you the percentages of how much to use, which I think is really cool. And I want to make this into a short and share it later. So anyone could do art, see? Just follow directions and you can do art. I know, like, hello. No, I started today's video with a hailstorm outside and I was like, hi everyone. I'm trying to talk to you, but it's so windy. Okay, maybe I can clean up a little bit. Just a little bit before I really dive in there. Whatever, it's cool, it's casual. Okay, so this one is gonna be, we start off as red, which is gonna be 2 parts magenta and 1 part cyan. Shoot, I take that back. Don't do that, don't do that. 2 parts magenta and 1 part yellow. We're just gonna do a little bit of cross hatching here. And it's crazy to see it come to life because it's like, whoa, it's like pink right now. Oh shoot, the webcam doesn't pick up pink very well. Y'all are just gonna have to wait. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool seeing it come to life because you don't see it until it's actually done. Anything could be art. Just about. Bananas on a wall. I don't know about that. Maybe not. But there's certainly creativity in a lot more things than you would expect. Which is why on our Discord server, we have in the art den, the creative corner, we have everything ranging from like language arts to performance arts to visual arts to science arts. Because as the great Albert Einstein once said, creativity is just intelligence having fun. When you get discorded. I've never heard that one before. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's fun. We even have, it's been a while, but we do have a gardening section. We do have a gardening section, and I haven't posted in that one in a while because I haven't done any gardening. But, but no, I did plant some sunflowers early in the year, and we were talking about those today. I was like, I miss my sunflowers. They were so cool. So if people have posted their gardening stuff in there too, it's really cool to see. You just like hang out there after stream, before stream, whenever. I know I need to roast the seeds next time. So what I did was I was like, okay, I've planted sunflowers twice, and like both times I've cut off the head and I'm like, I'm gonna take the seeds out, but I just never got around to it and it just stays there forgotten and lonely. And I'm like, ah, until it's like not good anymore. And I'm like, oh, damn it. So I'm actually gonna put more magenta here because the orange also has some magenta, but I'm gonna space it out a little bit more. But I'm also recording a short, so I'm not gonna get carried away with that. I forget. I forget that I'm duo recording. Okay. So 2 parts magenta, 1 part yellow. So we're gonna space the yellow out a little more. But yeah, that's basically what happens with your printers, is that they use 4 different colors, and they just space them out accordingly per like pixel. Print dot, oh geez, I forget the terminology. Dots per inch. So usually with prints, it's like 300 dots per inch, 300 dpi. So depending on the dpi of your print, that's how much dots they have per inch and how they space them out accordingly. I think we're gonna add more magenta. We're gonna really saturate this. Like, you're starting to see red, huh? It does look different on the webcam though, so we're just gonna have to. And you know what? Here's another lesson with color theory. This one's important. So color is relative. So color really depends, like the color of one thing really depends on what color is next to it too. And it's really bizarre. It's really, really bizarre. Because have you ever seen that exercise or one of those optical illusions where there's 2 gray squares next to each other, but the one on the left has a lighter background and the one on the right has a darker background, and they look like different colors, but they're not. If you color pick them, they're actually the same. So that's what happens. That's demonstrating some that demonstrates that the color relativity. Pretty neato, isn't it? See if that. You know what? They had them like going the same direction too. That might also. Yeah, there you go. I think the direction also has an influence. And people move around. I know. I love those. Like, I live for that stuff, that like science and art combined. It's hot. Why is it hot all of a sudden? Let me turn on my air. Okay, so that looks pretty red, or we're gonna put colors next to it just to make it even look more red. Okay, now we're gonna do orange. We're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna make it more even. Now this pen is pretty cheap. It doesn't have the best distribution of colors. Like, it's not like one of those cool, like, glidey gel pens, which I didn't really expect. I actually expected this pen to be a lot worse, but it's fun. Like, it's not, I wouldn't really use it as a professional art tool, but we're not really being professionals today, are we? Like, the way I opened my stream, it's like, oh my gosh. Might actually be the first stream on YouTube where I've actually done rainbow art. Most of the time I do, like, well, I've been getting into painting a little bit lately, but most of the time I just do more monochromatic stuff, which is funny. Like, I wonder if people run into my channel and expect really bubbly looking art, and then it's like, like black and white skulls. It's like, whoa. Not what I expected. But yeah, Rainbow is, so that's actually my name, Joyce Rainbow, and I'm like, okay, might as well use it in my art branding. I want to erase these lines. Erase. A little bit of erasing. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for stopping by, Jaw. It's always a pleasure to see you. But yeah, take care and have a good rest of your weekend. I know it's a long weekend for most of y'all in here. All sorts of stuff happening this weekend too because of the extended weekend. You know, Dragon Con is happening. That looks really fun. I have a friend who's tabling out there right now. Oh, okay, yeah, feel better. No, I was feeling poopy earlier today too, but I was like, you know what? I need to stream. I just drank a bunch of tea. Herba mate, caffeinated up. Let's do this. But no, Jaw, feel better. You deserve it. Whoa, orange. I want to like see if I could make it a little more blendy. But if not, that's okay. We can go as like a more stark rainbow. Doesn't matter. We're just messing around. Okay, the next one is gonna be yellow, which is really easy. It's literally just yellow. One color. Done. That's gonna be interesting to see the orange in between the yellow and the red. Oh, what's happening? It's changing colors. It's so cool how chameleons can do that. They can just change colors based off their environment. They're like nature's mood rings. I doubt they can do full-on rainbow though, but it would be cool. Right, next we have is green. So that's gonna be, oh, there's 2 greens listed here. I think I'll just do like a 50-50. So that's gonna be half yellow, half blue. Or cyan, I guess. And I think I want to be a little heavier. This applies to even mixing colors with paint and stuff. Be a little heavier on the lighter color when you're mixing, which in this case it's yellow, because that blue, or cyan in this case, will overpower the heck out of it. And this is something that I've been learning a lot with when it comes to mixing traditional paints, because I do traditional acrylic painting. So it's not like exactly 50-50, but optically it is. All right, back to the blue. I'm just going to be gentle with it, the spacing to start out with, because we can always go heavier. I believe this is also how, well, I talked about printer printing, but this is also how screen printing with color works too, which I've never done. I've only screen printed with black and white because I'm a noob at that stuff. And then I decided to get my prints outsourced because they do a lot better job with that. But I mean, it was fun. It was fun to experiment with it for a little bit. But yeah, that's how screen printing works, is there's 4 different sheets with cyan, yellow, magenta, and black. And you print out like these 4 different profiles. And you do this on the computer. There's like special software to separate that out for you. Our rainbow colors are looking a little soft, but I think if I can go back in there and like do another run, make it really pop, and it should be fine. Or just add more yellow. I've actually been thinking of doing like either a stream or YouTube video where I find all the crappy or not so crappy art supplies from the 90s, like rose art. Anyone remembers rose art? And there are even like these little markers that were on tops and just fun stuff like that, and try to make art out of 90s art supplies because I'm such a 90s kid and I love 90s stuff. I think that'd be really fun and a bit challenging too. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. I'm not really using like the most professional type of art supplies, but we're making it work. We're seeing what happens. This next one's just straight up cyan. Different art oh, that'd be so cool. Like, that'd be so badass to use like a drafting pencil from the 17th century. Man, that would be so hard to find. I know, just art supplies through the years. That'd be really neat. The fun thing though about the 90s is that quality around that time has definitely declined. Like, any art supply that you find from the 17th century probably still holds up today. Like, it's probably still a badass piece. Like a lot of things from the 17th century probably are. Scribble Scrabble ASMR. If the mic can pick that up. I think I would want to try something like this again, but with something more pigmented instead of checkout line pens. Yeah, even if you don't have a Blick in your area, like Blick is basically the top tier art store in my opinion. Well, I would say S tier is like those mom and pop art stores, and then A tier is Blick. And then I put Michael's at like, I'll put Michael's at B tier because they actually do deliver a lot, and they're cheap. Like every time you go to Michael's, there's always a coupon you can use, right? You can always download a coupon on your phone. I always have the app with me because I never ever leave that store paying for something full price. So that's also a tip if you want to buy picture frames. Get them at Michael's because I think they're a good quality. Well, how do I say this? Like, the best budget frames are from Michael's because Michael's frames are actually really nice, but they're not like fancy custom frames or anything like that, which I recommend if you do want to get fancy custom frames. Don't get them at Michael's, but like their ready to go frames are pretty nice for the price. Like you get like a frame for 20 bucks or 40. Joann's is pretty good. I think Joann's is more of a fabric store though. I haven't gone to Joann's in a while. I used to cosplay, so I was at Joann's all the time when I was a cosplayer. But I haven't been there as much anymore because while they do have some art supplies, it's not as prolific as a Michael's or a Blick. Like, if I have to go out and buy art supplies in person, I go to Blick. Well, I check if it's Michael's first, and then I check Blick because Michael's is closer and there's more of them. While there's only like one Blick in town. There used to be two, but now there's only one. But here in Vegas, there's like 6, 7 different Michaels. Oh, you used to cosplay too? Nice. Yeah, I cosplayed. That was more of a hobby for me like 10 years ago, and then I decided it was really expensive. So I switched to like, okay, I think I'm just gonna focus more on like Artist Alley and focus like in the con scene, just do that. But it was fun. It was just so expensive and time consuming after a while. I'm like, I need to slow down. Okay, so next is gonna be like a dark blue, since the cyan is a light blue. And that is gonna be, we're gonna reintroduce that magenta. So that's gonna be 2 parts cyan, 1 part magenta. And we're gonna go a little light on the blue. Because by dark to light, it's blue, magenta, yellow. Whatever the darkest color is, you want to treat that gently. It is, it gets so expensive over time, and like the friends that I hung out with were hardcore into cosplaying, that we would go, so like I live in Vegas, which means that I go to a lot, or used to go to a lot of West Coast cons. Oh, I'm hearing another like flash flood alert happening. Anyways, yeah, we used to go to a lot of West Coast cons like Fanime and Anime Expo and all that back in like 2012 times. But these friends of mine were they would make, so it's like a 4-day long convention, and they would make a costume for each day, and they would make like a new costume for each day. And I'm like, that's so many, and they would only wear it once. Like sometimes they would just wear it for photo shoots and not really go to the con, and that's it. And yeah, they were like hardcore, and I'm like, man, I cannot keep up with that expensive. Like I'm like, these people have 52 wigs in their closet. I'm like, how do you have so many wigs? And then we would all order contacts from Pinky Paradise, which back then the only way to get colored contacts was ordering through like a Japanese website called Pinky Paradise. And like we would all group order to cut back on shipping expenses. And we were all like college kids. I'm like, I don't even know. I think that was just like the hobby that they were centered around. Like I can't keep up with that. And like I can sew, but I can't sew that well to make it worth being like a hobby where I continue and try to make money off of. Because some of these friends did go off and they actually do it professionally now, so that's good for them. But yeah, I'm like, I can't keep like 52 wigs and buy contacts every time, because that's like $30 per like costume, and like I can't do that. It's ridiculous. But we would all share one hotel room between the 12 of us. That's how we like saved money going to conventions. It'd be like 12 cosplayers, which was kind of worse in a way than just 12 people, like, because cosplayers have so much stuff, and it would just be like a super full room, and you'd have to wait 3 hours to use the bathroom or take a shower or something like that. Yeah, it was chaotic. I'm like, I'm like old now, I need my space. But back in my college days, it was that's how we did things. And then yeah, sometimes people didn't even buy badges, they would just hang out, like just go there to hang out. And that's kind of what it turned into eventually, was more of like, okay, I've been to enough conventions to where people just go there to hang out and stuff. But yeah, nowadays, so after I realized cosplaying was exhausting and expensive, that's when I got into Artist Alley. So I got into Artist Alley around 10 years ago, and my art was so different back then. It was really bad. But I mean, there was a bunch of newbies that also got into Artist Alley, and we were all like trying to figure it out together. This was before Amazon days, like before Amazon Prime. And let me tell you, like running out to Michael's or whatever at 9 o'clock at night, that was a thing. It was a whole thing back then. But yeah, so I did that for a while, and then I stopped. I would actually travel too a bit, and I would share tables with people, so it wasn't that expensive. And I did travel to the East Coast during my last year before I took a break, which I don't do very often. And I was also a competitive Super Smash Bros. Melee player at the time. I know all these random facts about me. So I did do a lot of gaming conventions. I did during my last year of Artist Alley, which was 2017, I think. I did CEO, which was in that was in Orlando, Florida. And then later that year I did Super Smash Con, which was in Chantilly, Virginia. And then I just took I took like an extra 10 days to travel to DC and New York, since I've never been there before. Yeah, I was born and raised in California and moved out here to Vegas, so I've only experienced that part of the United States. Yeah, no, I played Super Smash Bros. Melee, so like the old game, which was hard. And prior to that, I didn't have any experience with any fighting games, so that was like jumping into level 5 immediately. And even though I was competitive, I was still terrible. Like drowned in pools a lot. No, when I competed in Evo my first year, I actually went 2-2, but that's because like my opponents didn't show up, so that's my highest national competitive score. Oh, I was a Marth main, by the way, so we're enemies. It's the glorified matchup. No. No, Peach is fun. Peach has say peaches, like I think they're radishes, Stitch face, and yeah, I always gotta watch out for the Stitch face. I was actually wearing my my Melee shirt yesterday. It says I got 99 problems but a Stitch ain't one, and I should wear that again. It's a fun shirt. But yeah, I was just going through some stuff in my life, and I'm like, I need to pick up a different hobby, like a hobby that's way different from anything that I've done before. And I had a lot of friends who were into competitive Super Smash Brothers, so I had people to coach me. And I was just like, and from then on I just competed for a while, until I realized that it was also very time consuming. Not very expensive, not as expensive as cosplaying, but I realized in order to get way better than I actually was, I had to really, really, really put into work. And I'm like, I can't do this. I don't have time for this. I think I learned as much as I wanted to learn. So I think I got a good few years out of it, you know? I think we can definitely go darker with the blues in this one because it's looking more magenta. Yeah, we'll do that. It's okay, you can always start off light and then work your way towards darker. Win is a win. I know. And one of the guys too was like a top 100 OG guy, and like he wasn't able to show up due to some personal reasons. Everyone was going around like, whoa, you beat this guy? Like, no way. Technically I did. But dude, watching competitive fighting games live is so much fun. It's so much fun. We have Evo here in Vegas annually, and the hype is so much fun. I think Street Fighter is the main game out there, and they actually use up like a big stadium for the finals, like a huge concert hall stadium, and it gets so hype. It's really fun. Like, even if you don't know what the heck is going on, it's still really fun. I mean, with Street Fighter, it's pretty straightforward, you know? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm like, it's such a mysterious outcome because it's not something that is really apparent until you keep working on it, and you're like, whoa. Is high ranked? Ooh, nice. Yeah, a lot of my friends are getting into it. Okay, yeah. No, go wash your dishes before they get all hard and you can't wash them anymore, and then you have to soak them for like 2 days and then they just stay there. But totally not speaking out of personal experience. But no, thank you so much for stopping by. It was good to see you, and take care. Keep up the good work with the videos for sure. Especially the rice. Oh my gosh. No, no, especially the rice. I understand. Freaking rice. So we're on dark blue now. Oh, it looks really good. It looks a lot better from far away, I'm gonna tell you that, because I'm filming it with my phone and it's like, it looks really bad. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna publish that, so we'll see. It's all just free content anyways. When I mean free content, it's like stuff I'm knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone type of deal. Tuna's thawed. Guess we're having tuna tonight. Tuna steaks, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. Oh, no wonder I'm so hot. I haven't drank any water. Drink your water. I need Hydrate Bot to come back now that I figure out Nightbot. I always forget to stay hydrated. That's why I need Hydrate Bot. Every 45 minutes on my old Twitch stream, I would have Hydrate Bot yell at me and everyone to drink water. It's important. Okay. Oh shit, I forgot to hit that bottom part. Whoa. What was that? That was nothing. That scared me. I had notification. We don't need that going off right now. Little kid like scribbling. That's basically what I'm doing, just playing around with novel art supplies, as one does when they're a child. It's important. Connect with, do some fun stuff every once in a while. Okay, now we got purple, which I feel like that, but more purple. No, it's gonna be just a higher saturation of magenta, really. And then this last one is gonna be pure magenta, so easy stuff. We can definitely erase some more. Oh, I can turn off this other part. I can technically, well, I'll do each segment on its own, but I was gonna say I can technically just color the whole thing magenta, but we'll just work on each individual segment. Oh yeah, so Miko, you were telling me that the cans were floating down the street, and at first I was like, what cans? Like, are these random soup cans floating down the street? Like, what's going on? And then it clicked, oh, the trash cans are floating down the street. For context, it was raining really hard at the beginning of stream, so it was like really, really hard to where the street will be full of water and trash cans will float down the street. So on a scale of of 1 to how hard it was raining, on a scale of 1 to trash can on how hard it was raining, it was trash can level, apparently. Oh shit, like our trash. Okay, yeah. Yeah, please rescue our trash can. And I've only ever seen that happen once in my life, where not our trash cans, because we actually didn't put them out, but the neighbor's trash cans floated down the street. But oh man, if it's ours, that's pretty bad. So my husband's gonna go chase after trash cans now. But yeah, it took me a while to figure out. I'm like, what cans are you talking about? Oh, he's so grumpy. I love it. I feel like now that almost all the colors are on there, it looks, it's gonna sound kind of dumb, but it looks more like a rainbow. When it was only these colors, it was kind of hard. That orange isn't very strong. I might go back in there and try to see what I can do. But if it's only like a small part, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, I guess the point I'm trying to say is proving the color is relative point. That now that there's different colors next to it, it's kind of, it does affect what, like the outcome of the color, you know? Like each color looks more individual now that there's other different types of colors next to it. And some of these color theory principles, I should say, they sound really obvious, like, well, yeah, you know, and I'm probably not explaining this very well, but sometimes that happens with color theory, is that something sounds really obvious, but then when you're actually working on stuff, it can be hard to put 2 and 2 together because you're so focused on something else. Kind of like, for example, mixing green or getting green out of yellow and blue. It's like, yeah, like we learned that in kindergarten basically, but it's like how you mix it, that depending on what medium you're using and how far along you are in art, that can be a little bit more advanced. Like there's still, this was technically yellow and cyan instead of yellow and blue. So depending on like what kind of blue you use or what kind of yellow you use, it does come out with different results. So I guess moral of the story is there's still things that can surprise you with color. Definitely surprises me still, that's for sure. Okay, now magenta, and then we're gonna see like how much further we can brighten up this rainbow. Magenta is just gonna be like all magenta. We brought him home. Were they far? Thank you for bringing them home. And did a lot of trash cans float down the street, or was it just ours? I feel like if our trash cans floated down the street... Oh, they weren't that far. That's good. Yeah, I'm like, they can't really get too far from where we are. Oh no. Dude, that's crazy. That was like so poorly timed with like the beginning of my stream. I still can't believe that. I have to play back my VOD and try to hear how loud that was. Because I do have this mic to be set up to where it mutes out a lot of like cardioid mode to where it mutes out a lot of background noise, but that was really, really loud. There's a rainbow, pretty much. Yeah, I do want to go back and see if I can saturate these colors more, because I was being a little conservative with them, as you should with mixing colors like this. But I feel a little bit more confident just to go back in there. And oh yeah, we have a lot of time. Like I'm drawing a cat after this, so. Like it's starting to be more saturated at this end. Trying to make that white background disappear, see what can happen. If I end up completely destroying it, at least this is a video on demand where there's proof that it did look okay at one point. I'm kind of learning as I go too. I think maybe the best thing to do is completely cover up the base with the lightest color of the combination, and then go from there. Like in this instance, we know there's gonna be yellow, so I might as well just color everything in with yellow. And I probably should have chosen something smaller, because this is a lot of ink for a very cheap pen to be using. That's okay. Yeah, that looks so much better. I feel like I'm playing with a coloring book from the zoo gift shop or something like that. Lots of yellow. But to be honest, I don't think I'll be using this pen very often, so we might as well go hard today. Give it your all. I think that's something that's pretty silly about artists too, is that we tend to be a little conservative with using art supplies. Like, oh, we need to save paint or ink. At least I am, and I know a lot of artists are like that too. I feel like we're afraid to use up all the supplies. Yeah, that looks so much better now. So I'm thinking, probably gonna be my next video or one of my next videos, because this is something I really want to help people out with, and I think it would be really cool to make a video about anyways. But coming up with your style, because I think I hear a lot of artists be like, oh, I don't really know how to be original, or I don't know how to I don't know how to have my own style. I feel like I'm copying too much, yada yada. I'm like, well, I have some things in mind to help with that. Help get you there and help learn more about yourself too. Hey, welcome back, Wolfie. Yeah, we're just touching up the rainbow now. I kind of realized that I should have make it more saturated by filling in all the white space, because I was a little hesitant to do that at first, and I was like, what am I doing? I should probably fill everything in. Oh, thank you. I know it's very unexpected to have 8 different colors from just 3, even though it makes sense and we see it a lot in our printers. But oh, thank you. I'm glad I went with a grumpy chameleon too, because I just love the contrast. Grumpy animals are so funny. just love these pens, by the way. Just it's the tricolor pens. At least when I was in school, I just loved using pens like this. Or shoot, this one's a little cheap though. It won't stay down. Stay. But yeah, when I was in school, like grade school, I loved using all sorts of color pens, and gel pens were really popular when I was in school. Having gel pen sets. And oh, you know what was really oh, this one I should include in my like 90s utensil video. But there were these they were almost like color pencils, but it would be like a rainbow pencil, and each had a colored nib, and you can rotate them out. Like you can, let's say red is on top, and you can pluck it out and put it in the bottom, and then the next color would be like whatever color you're using, and then you just take them out. And does anyone remember that? Like I totally forgot about that until now. I'm gonna have to add that to my 90s project. Yeah, I know, it's like all these random traditional tools. And I like, personally, I like to, like, I actually do have my iPad right here where I do a lot of my digital art and planning and stuff like that. So I like to toggle between digital art, and I was purely digital art for, this pen won't stay down. I was purely digital art for a while, but switched back to traditional because I think traditional is so much fun. I mean, not that digital art isn't fun, but I do like the feel of traditional. Extra like texture to it. There's actually a formula for like both a light green and a dark green. I think I'm just aiming towards something in the middle. So technically you can make, here's all the colors you can make is, damn, I paid $8 for that? I could have sworn that was on sale. Could have sworn that was cheaper. That's cheating. That's freaking gray. That's just like not using. That doesn't count. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See how brown is like all the colors? Actually, it's just, that's what you get when you mix everything. You get like that mud. Oh, you've been, oh. Why am I so surprised that you do animation? It's literally your name. I guess I'm like, I'm still very impressed when I hear that people do animation, because it's hard. I mean, it's probably not like extremely difficult for you because you've been doing it for a while, but I mean, it is harder than, you're drawing more than one image basically to make a sequence. And to me, that's impressive. Oh, yeah. And that's really cool that, I mean, I assume you use Procreate because you're on the iPad. And Procreate has a wonderful animation tool. So it's really cool that there are these tools out there to make animation more intuitive and easier for artists these days. Yeah, I haven't. Well, when I was younger, I used to make like little GIF animations, these little like blinkies, and I could still do like. Well, actually, I know how to do motion graphics, so I know how to do like basic motion graphics, like After Effects stuff, because I did work in the slot machine industry, so we had to. I learned that on the job, and I know how to do like very basic, like frame by frame GIF animations, or just like blinking text or whatever. But actual like character animation, that's a whole thing, because you have to really pay attention to the weight of character and how that moves, and there's just a whole nother element to animation, you know, which is why cartoons are really fun. Like really well done cartoons are super fun to watch. Oh, After Effects, or I mean like GIF animations. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, back in the day. And then there were these little websites that would help us put it together, at least when I was into that stuff. Kind of digging this dark green that maybe I'll try to do more of a blend. Laptop and a stylus. What program are you looking into? Because I think Procreate is pretty good, but I know it depends on your goals though, like what you want to do as animation. I know that people use Toon Boom. I know there's Adobe software that does it, but I think Toon Boom is free or cheap. I don't remember. But I hear that being mentioned a lot at well, when I went to Cartoon and Animation Expo, that was mentioned a lot, and which that was a good convention. I am looking forward to Lightbox, by the way. That one's coming up in October. I'm so excited. What else? I know there's like, yeah, I'm not too familiar with it. I know that I do have some friends who were animation majors. What was my major before I went to university? Because I went to the Art Institute for a good minute. I don't recommend. But I think I was a 3D art and animation major for like a month. And then I quit that school before it took all my money. And then I went to university and I just ended up majoring in graphic design. I don't know, I want to work with people to make shows on YouTube. Oh, okay. And I came true since you're making your own. Yeah, absolutely. Like, if you can make your own, go for it. That's like much better. And you get a lot of experience from learning with how you make your own stuff. Well, that's a poppin' purple. That's really cool. Flip a clip. I haven't heard of that one. That's a fun name though. Flip a clip. Oh, okay. And I know that animal run cycles are they're really fun to do. I don't think I've ever done one, but I actually did do a Flash animation. Does anyone remember that? Flash? It's so funny because they taught us that in school. They taught us how to use Flash, and by the time I graduated, it was obsolete. So I'm like, great, like I made this cool looking Flash animation and now it's obsolete. It wasn't that cool actually. It was cute, but it was this little Flash animation I made of these two bunnies and no, it was about one bunny who looks at the moon and is in love with the moon because the spots on the moon look like another bunny. And so this bunny dreams of like flying to the moon. It was super like cheesy and cute though, but to be with its love. You know how you can see like these shapes within the moon shadows and the craters, and how sometimes people see rabbits and stuff like that. That was what it was based off of. So I'm like, I'm just doing something really, really cute and cheesy. Flash has been continued as, oh yeah, Adobe Animate. A lot of animation. It's just not, okay, I see. So it's technically, Flash is technically still being used, but not in websites, which that would make sense. I didn't know that that's what Adobe Animate uses. But I can definitely see it no longer being continued on websites because it just seems very browser heavy to load all that up, and people are seeking out optimization and better ways to optimize things. So getting rid of Flash on websites is definitely understandable. Oh, and a security risk. Okay, that's also important. That's probably more important, actually. People put like weird viruses and that stuff or whatever. Huh. Newgrounds. I remember Newgrounds. I would also play these really cute Flash games on this website called Original, and it was just like these very cutesy, like Japanese style, bubbly art type of games. I would play those a lot as a kid. They were awesome. Yeah, I didn't have a console until I was like 11, so I just played a lot of games on the computer websites and stuff like that. Neopets. Which apparently Neopets is coming back That's crazy. Whoa, that blue purple got deep. Philosophical. That's a philosophical purple. No, that turned out really cool. Oh my gosh, using this much pigment is actually kind of exhausting. Definitely need a hand stretch. I was gonna say afterwards, but why wait? Music a little bit. Probably stretch. It's gonna be like a quick artist yoga session. Do this too if you're drawing along. I actually used to do this on my stream, just a little like redeem. You have your hand out like this, and then you just pull your fingers back like that. Ah, that feels amazing. You do that. Do a cactus. Good for his shoulders. Ah, cactus. Then prayer hands are good too. Just push them together like that. There's one that I did with my thumb. I think it's just kind of more of a massage. I'm not really hurting to the point where I need to do this, but there was a whole week where I was journaling a lot with a bad pen, like one of these style pens, and it really hurt my thumb. So having these like massages and stretches really helped it out. But yeah, guess I gotta do the other hand too, even though I haven't been drawing with this hand, just to even it out. Well, haven't done a stretch like that in a while. I got some jams in the background. Down just a bit. Okay. This Epidemic playlist is not bad stuff. Drink some water too. Hydrate those muscles. Should probably remember to do that more. That totally splashed back in my face. Okay. All right. Ready to get back into it. Ready to bring this home. Oh snap, totally forgot this bottom part too. Can't forget about the tail. then when I draw the cat, it's gonna be super quick. It's definitely not gonna take this long. Just for funsies. You love cats? I know. I love cats too. I have a cat and a dog, and I love them both so much. I just love animals. But I'm gonna draw that. I don't know if you saw my thumbnail, but it's like the meme of that black cat just spacing out. Like, I feel that. So I'm just for fun, just to make a little meme out of it. But yeah, I have a tortie named Selena, and if this door wasn't closed, she would be all up. She likes to come in and just like put her butt all up in my face and go meow, 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 and then like leave. So that's why the door is closed, or else animals would be bothering me the whole time. They get needy. But yeah, love my little cat. She's very tiny. She's a very tiny cat. Her name is Selena because I named her after Catwoman, and my dog's name is Alfred because he actually looks like a butler, which is really funny. So it follows along with the Bat family theme. So I'm like, okay, Alfred. I know, animals are so needy. They always want to like put, like with cats anyways, I always want to like put their butts in your face when you work. It's like, come on. I love, like, when my cat was doing this today, like when cats just curl up when they sleep and they put their, like, little heads under their paws. Oh. Oh, this pen is already, like, I'm done. It's okay. It's okay. You can get there. So yeah, not the most quality pen. Didn't expect it to be, but okay, we got like a whole stream out of it, pretty much. Gets the job done, exactly. I give it a C minus. As in like degrees, C's get degrees. So this it passes, but barely. I would not use it for something more than a chameleon. Yeah, they're fun for like little doodles and stuff. And like especially if anyone is in classes or like learning from lectures and has to doodle to keep their mind on things. That's what I think. Like, I don't think doodling should be looked down upon by teachers, and I say this as someone who was a teacher, because there's 3 types of learners. There's audio learners, there's visual learners, and there's kinetic learners. And I feel like I'm more of a visual / kinetic learner, and I doodled quite a bit when I was in school, but it really helps me retain information. Oh no! I'm so sorry! What's happening? I'm so sorry. Nightbot, what happened? I'm so sorry. How do I undo that? Shoot, I feel so bad. No, you did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong, I swear. I swear, I just installed Nightbot and I'm still working out the kinks, so... How do I untime? Oh my god. You did nothing wrong, I promise. Trying to bring your messages back. There's nothing wrong with typing in caps. I encourage it, actually. Maybe if I just turn that off. Disable X's caps and emotes. Symbols. Okay. Just try to Nightbot. Ah, that's dumb. Okay, I don't know how to undelete your messages, but I did turn off the thing where Nightbot will yell at you. It's his first day. It's Nightbot's first day. I'm so sorry. Okay. But yes. But yes, you should be able to doodle. I'm gonna put Nightbot in timeout. I'm gonna time out Nightbot. Stop it. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, doodling helps retain information. I think a lot of teachers see it as a distraction, whereas when I actually took school pretty seriously, like maybe even too seriously, some would argue. I would argue that. But doodling really helped me retain information, because that's why I still write down notes, and I still write down notes manually on paper. And just even like when I'm on the phone for a long time, I'll doodle. It helps me stay engaged. So times like this, you know, are just really good for like doodling and keeping things interesting. Huzzah! Okay, so we have that saturation there. And yeah, so here's the pen. Let me see if I could have the autofocus turned on. There you go. CMYK pen, the brand. I know, it's weird, but that was from Blick, and yeah, making a little rainbow chameleon. And this is the, here's a front sketch in full color. There's all these like parrots and stuff on here. Yeah, if you want to try it out. $8 or less. I could have sworn that was on sale. I was like, $8 might be a bit much for what this pen is worth, but I did look up reviews online after I bought it, and a lot of people aren't too happy with it, and I can see why. It's like I give it like a C, but made something fun out of it, so that's cool. I think next time if I'm gonna do something like this, I'll just use markers. I'll just use my markers. Okay. Cats. Cats and memes. Cats and memes. Cats and memes. Do it in on stream. Forget the name of that meme. It's like spaced out cat or something. Oh, black cat zoning out. Oh, that's an obnoxious screen background. Let me see. Oh my god, these pixels. Basically, it's like that one. What is going on with that cat right there? I will only make that face. Your coworkers are trying to talk to you while you're listening to your favorite podcast. That. So that's what I'm gonna draw. Black cat zoning out. There was one that I posted on my Instagram. It was like when someone comes up to you and they say, I can't even draw a stick figure. I get that a lot as an artist, and I feel like because it's memed, I'm not the only one, but I feel like that's one of the most common responses that people say to me when they see that I can draw. They're like, oh, I can't draw a stick figure, and I'm like, that's seriously my reaction, is like so they made a meme out of it, which was really funny. I'm just like, okay. But this is supposed to be animated. It's just like the cat just keeps zoning out. It's really funny. Yeah, I'm like, what am I supposed to say to that? I don't know. Just put it up on the computer. I'm watching from my iPad. Oh, dude. Actually, as a meme I'm gonna make with this one is like when people ask you if you drew something as you're drawing something. It's like if somebody I don't get that a lot now, but I used to get that a lot. Like online it's obvious, but in person, like if I'm drawing this and then people would come up to me and be like, did you draw that? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Of course. Keyboard so far. I know. Pretty funny. All right. got ourselves a good reference. Okay, okay. Chameleon is just gonna like stare it down. This is like cat music right now in the background. What is this song called? I'll laugh if it's cat related. Called Resonance. Big word. I like how there's this even bigger, fluffier cat. That's just there. What's so stupid? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'll be here for another maybe like half hour or so. But if I don't see you, I hope to see you next week. But either way, thank you so much for stopping by. So good to chat with you and learn more about art and animation. So take care. Hope to see you around. Whoa, what happened to my face? Oh, okay. I should be here in like 10 minutes. Unless I draw really fast. The exposure just went crazy on my face. Let me change that. There you go. There you go. Well, don't get lost. Don't get lost. I wonder how I should color this in. Maybe like markers. I'm just gonna make it really simple. just a little sketch. Yeah, I think I'll just use some Copic markers. Copic markers are so much fun. I have like some tan colored ones too for this cat. Oh, I feel like the camera zoomed out. That's what happened. That's supposed to be like right there. Boom. Okay. Heck yeah, you're back. And watch me finish out this stream. Oh yeah, the phone recording at the same time. Good spot. Oh, the end of stream? Appreciate it. Well then, in that case, I'm just gonna go on until midnight. No, I'm kidding. I'm way too hungry for that. I'm actually hungry right now. What is going on with my camera? Just jumping around. Day. I think it's like freaking out because I'm using 2 Logitech cameras at once. I don't know. Yeah, I actually used to do my, well, right now in my time, Pacific Standard, it's 5:30. And I used to do my streams at like 9 in the morning. Because like first thing when I wake up. And I'm like, I would keep going until lunchtime and even further than that, but I would get so hungry. So now it's a little bit better because there's a little bit more time for me between lunch and dinner than when I wake up and lunch. Because my breakfast and my lunch is basically the same. Oh, more flash flood warnings. Interrupted my video. I love how animals look like they have eyebrows, even though they don't really have eyebrows. Like they have eye whiskers, but like my dog has the most expressive eyebrows, and they're just like the little muscles that are up here, the little shapes. It's cracking me up. I love it. I love when my art cracks me up. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh, I think I have, you know, I have multiple browsers open. I mean, I have multiple applications open for cow. Hopefully it'll stay this time. And we're getting like flood warnings at the same time. It's like chaotic. Yeah, we get them a lot in Vegas, and where I live, it's not concerning, but apparently the trash cans were floating down the street when I started streaming. So that means it got pretty intense. But since our area is fairly okay and protected from serious floods, the areas that are not probably got some stuff going on. I mean, it's usually nothing like too serious, like people, as long as people don't go hiking or whatever, it's not too serious, but people do drive their cars through the flood sometimes, and it's like, come on. Oh, First Friday got canceled? Okay, wow. I'm kind of not surprised. Oops. But I'm glad that they did, because I'm glad that they canceled that, because that's a lot for people to be driving through right now. So First Friday is like this outdoor art event. Happens every first Friday. And I used to exhibit there for a little bit. But yeah, we get, like, when it rains here in Vegas, it pours because we're a valley. And for some reason it won't rain for 100 days and then it'll be like boom. Yeah, it does happen quite a bit. Actually, there was one year where I was at university and I left for work around 12:30 in the afternoon, and half an hour later it started flooding at my school, and all my classmates and friends who were there, it actually went up to their knees. Like, that's how bad it got. And then I've seen all these pictures of like the parking lot completely flooded and all these cars destroyed, and like people from their dorms were bringing out their like floaties and, you know, just being silly with it. But it was it was some pretty bad damage for sure, and I feel like I narrowly escaped that by half an hour. Like, if I didn't have work that day, I might have stayed there a little longer, because I did hang out at school sometimes just to be with friends and stuff. But yeah, that was a lot. Cat. Alright, let's do some basic shading. Oh, I'm hearing the thunder come back. And it might start raining again. Okay. So, start off light and go darker. I love Copics for drawing fur because it already has that texture to it. Especially with this long cat fur. That kind of cuts off here, so we're just gonna leave it here. Ooh, you just finished the walking animation. That only took you 20 minutes? Dang. Well, I guess you had like drawn everything out beforehand because you said that drawing the legs took you 2 hours or something like that. That's cool. Yeah, with Procreate, that's really cool that you can do that so quickly. Oh, that's just scene 1. There's more. Oh wait, there's more. Do you upload them on your YouTube channel? You said you do your own like YouTube show. That's the cat in the front. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. And that's really impressive that you're making a whole series too. Like, I can do like 4 frames of animation maybe if I'm tired. And then for this one, let's do... My Copics are warm, neutral, cool, and then I have this fun like skin tone set, and then I have a bunch of other colors too somewhere else. I'm thinking maybe I'll do cool since this is warm. We can kind of like make it look more different from each other. I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely hard if it's just one person. I agree. See if cool works out. It's gonna make it. And black cats kind of look bluish anyways, so that would make sense. I'll leave a little bit of pink for the ears. Voids. Oh, I love black cats. A little bit of that like mouth gap. See that little spot right there? That's what makes it. When cats space out, they always have like a little bit of a Ooh, that thunder is starting to get really loud. Oh, okay, since episode 1. Yeah, I could imagine the first one being the hardest one. Whole train. Whoa. That's a lot. Yeah, I was like, once upon a time, I thought about getting into animation. I was like, I'll just do simple stuff. Oh, this one slaps. When we met. Cute. Cracking me up. Oh, shade in this whole thing right here. I'll get a little bit of pink and some grays, or not grays, green, just for the eyes. And I think I want a little bit of white for the whiskers. My other Copic sets. Oh, the nose is actually gray. I didn't realize that. Okay, we'll do like a light gray for, well, I feel like a same colored gray for that. More like and then the little mouth part. Olive. I think I just about have most colors now. It took me a while to collect them all for sure. Not cheap. A little bit of a highlight. Oh, hey, just in time. I'm like wrapping this up. Who's back? Back again. Eyes need more highlights. It's so silly looking, thank you though. There's really not much more I can do to this, just kind of trying to give it that little extra 10%, I guess. Like an outline? I don't know. Yeah, my phone is dying too, so. You're not telling me to hurry the F up. Okay. You make your eyes big and goofy. It looks so stupid. Okay, I think I'm done. I need to put this down. I can't work on this anymore. My phone is gonna yell at me. Alright, I know it has to be grumpy. It needs like a little bit of a shade right here. It just keeps looking more stupid every time I keep working on it. Okay. Alright, I'm done. That's it. That's it. Okay, I promise. Alright, well, thank you for joining me for my Rainbows and Memes Friday stream. Rainbows and Memes Friday stream. But yeah. Nothing serious going on here today, just playing around with some art tools and this. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining for today's stream. I will hopefully be on next week. I'm hoping for Wednesday, but usually how it goes is like I try to stream on Wednesdays, and if my week's a little busy or something comes up, then I'm on a Friday. So typically the best way to check that is there's Discord, which I put those announcements on Discord. I also post them on Threads. I post them on Instagram, and I do schedule them on YouTube a couple days in advance. And I've been trying to experiment with putting more community posts out there through YouTube, so I do post them on YouTube as well. So I try to let people know on multiple platforms, because I do plan my streams at least 1 or 2 days in advance so that everyone can get a heads up from when I'll be live. So hoping to be on next week, hoping to see you guys on next week. And with that, take care. Once again, don't forget to check out my store, joycerainbowart.com, where I will be having pre-sale for this drawing on there. So that pre-sale will be live until next week, next Friday. So be sure to check that out. All my socials are in the description as well, and hopefully soon, once Nightbot behaves itself, I'll be able to put those socials on there. And with that, have a good night, take care, have a good extended weekend. I know most of y'all are probably have a long weekend from work and such, so take care and